10 years ago, the average engine pressure was roughly half what it is today to achieve all the things you're looking to achieve. Before, engines didn't have all the stresses they have nowadays, so manufacturers and governments are all trying to drive down the cost of motoring and the impact on the environment. So that has a knock-on effect on what the engineers try and ask the engines to do.
We've taken oil strength to the extreme.
The key is titanium fluid strength technology.
It's the reason that our new Castrol EDGE oils are the strongest and most advanced we've ever produced.
Fluid strength technology enables the oil to constantly react and adapt to the loads it's under, maintaining that strength, maintaining that ability to keep metal surfaces apart.
It exceeds OEM and industry requirements. It's been tested in some very specific and demanding tests that we have designed, such as the fluid strength test and the maximum endurance test. Those prove that the oil goes well beyond the expectations of the industry and the major OEMs.
We've invented a test that looks at the amount of contact that you make in that area, looks at the ability of the oil to keep metal surfaces apart, and we call that the FST test.
We reviewed a series of engine components and found the one that experiences the most pressure,
which is equivalent to 10 tonnes per square centimetre. To put that into context, it's the weight of around 6 BMW M3s acting on an area the size of a stiletto heel.
An analogy of that would be if you got a sledgehammer and you stood that on the edge of a razor blade, the contact pressure here would be of the order of a gigapascal. That line contact is like the sledgehammer on the razor blade, and it's only the strength of the oil that stops those parts scuffing and galling and wearing out in just a few minutes.
An oil works because it responds to the pressure it's under. In the area of a camshaft, where there's incredible pressures acting on the oil actually responds to that pressure and gets thicker, helping to reduce metal-to-metal contact. So it's more than just responding to temperature, but responding to pressure as well.
It uses particular valve train technology that we've selected, which is one of the most severe, and we look at the exact amount of metal-metal contact occurring under several conditions of load and temperature. We compare EDGE against competitor products, and we find that EDGE provides the lowest metal-metal contact of the oils we tested.
I mean, oil may just look like oil slopping about, just another liquid, but when you get down to the microscopic level of these contacts, it's got a tremendous ability to resist pressures that would cut you and I right in half.
The maximum endurance test is beyond anything the car would experience on the road, and we want to prove our oils in those conditions so we know however anyone drives, the oil has been proven to perform.
the driver puts his foot down and keeps it down all day and all night for 6 days.
Under these demanding conditions, the leading competitor oil failed in just 93 hours, with catastrophic consequences for its engine, whilst Castrol EDGE maintained its strength for an incredible 138 hours, protecting the engine and delivering maximum engine performance for almost a week.
Some of our EDGE oils will run 1 week continuously at full power. And that's a very searching investigation of heat, deposits and endurance. And actually it's very interesting that many of the other components in the car, like the tyres, the transmission, the axle, they all fail and need to be replaced on a regular basis. And the engine just keeps running. We see very good differentiation in that test. We think it's a good test for evaluating those parameters.
With a strong oil comes strong benefits. Maximise short and long-term engine performance, sustained maximum engine performance even under pressure, reduced engine deposits to help maximise engine response, improved engine efficiency.
We have superior performance in the industry tests, superior performance in the OEM tests, but we'll even invent tests that go beyond anything this looks at, and we will do well in our own proprietary tests above and beyond?
It's down to the performance of the base oils we select, which adapt under pressure to kind of stiffen up, and it's down to the specific additives that we select. And those additives are designed to react under pressure and temperature to provide a film of protection that keeps metal surfaces apart and stops them wearing out.
Ultimately, we ask, what do you want? A weak oil or a strong oil?
With Castrol EDGE in your engine, you can push it to its maximum performance with absolute confidence. It's for anyone who simply loves to be out there on the road. Because its strength gives you the freedom to drive how you want, when you want.